Alright, I'm just about to listen to Mind Games meditation mixes. But before that, I was listening to The Who, live at Leeds. That did not relax me at all. I'm scared of the dark. Just joking. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Well, good morning. Actually, in 5 minutes, I'll be saying good afternoon. And first of all, today is October 9th. Happy 49th birthday to Sean Lennon, and of course, thinking of John Lennon today too. So I shot quite a bit of footage last night, and then thinking it over, it's like I just I just want to get to the main point of the album. And I was going to go track by track, and I'm not going to. And I also wanted to mention that I hope if you're interested in this meditation mix, which I'm reviewing, and yes, I set up as I think there's footage, I set up my turntable, and I played all 3 vinyl records. Now, how to start this here? So there is an unboxing. I'll have a link here in case you haven't seen it yet, and it's such a cool looking package. And I'm just going to show you one of the vinyl records, and I guess I'll start out with side 6. Which is there. And you can see there are 9 tracks. Of course, John Lennon loved the number 9, number 9, number 9. And I was kind of freaking out a bit, man. And no, I wasn't having any tomato soup last night or anything. I don't know. It started with this kind of like this bass and drums. It was really cool. And, I'm in the dark listening to it, and it just went on and on and on and on. And so after, 5 minutes or so, I turned on the light and I watched the vinyl record, and the needle isn't really, moving forward. It's kind of staying in that one, the start of the vinyl. So it's like on a loop. And so I was watching, just this morning I was watching Beatles Tone's review. I hope you check it out. And also Andrew Dixon's review. They're both excellent. If I remember, I'll pin their reviews below. Because I don't know. I don't feel I'm great at reviewing music like some of these other channels. But at the same time, I feel I love music as much as these other people, and maybe even more. So side 1, side A, starts with a 10-minute, 2-second track called Mind. And right away, with the lights out, I'm into it. I think I might have mentioned earlier that I've never been into meditation, which isn't totally true, because my ex-wife was really into this new agey stuff and meditation and all that. And I did seriously want to try and meditate. I would sit in this room, be really still. I might have music on, kind of similar to this, and try and zone out. And, my brain is always thinking, and I just couldn't shut my brain off. So I couldn't meditate. And also, you know, at night sometimes if I have trouble sleeping, I'll check out a YouTube video, you know, with these, with, you know, kind of ambient music that supposedly will help you fall asleep, and it never works. Even, you know, I'll lay there for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm still wide awake. This was different for me. So I'll get into that in a second. So side A starts with mine, 10 minutes, 2 seconds. And right away you kind of get the gist of what this is, the whole album's going to be like. And you can hear, you know, it's like ambient music. There's these keyboards. Sometimes there's this beautiful guitar work. Sometimes from the original Mind Games album, and sometimes added by Sean. He also does keyboards and other instruments on some of these songs. But John's vocals, you hear parts of Mind Games, but it's almost like you're in space and you're just floating through the universe. And you can hear John's vocals for Mind Games kind of stretching out, kind of through a mist or a fog. It's hard to explain, but I said this already in my unboxing. This isn't for everybody. But if you're into meditation or thinking, you know, you need to kind of relax or whatever, you should check this out. There's, you know, you could go to Spotify and check out one of the tracks. I think Mind, the very first track, is an excellent way to start. And I'm very, very open to music. So this was something that was no problem for me to listen to. And I did listen to it from start to finish, except for side 3, side B, the loops, because it was freaking me out, man. You know, I listened to some pretty weird music like Can, Frank Zappa, Lou Reed, Ween. So this was nothing too weird for me, is what I'm trying to say. So going through, I played every side, and there was one, I think it was, yeah, the really long track, Surrender, disc 2, side B. I would say about halfway through, you know, because when I'm listening, I'm still, you know, thinking, you know, I can't shut my mind off, and I'm thinking of what to say in the review, but I zoned out, and I forgot. I was just lost in the sauce, as they say, and it got emotional for me near the end of the track. No, I was going to say song, but it's not really a song, it's a track, Surrender. So this album is not something you can dance to. It doesn't have regular songs. I would, like I said, I would call them tracks, and it's just something very different, and it's so relaxing. And all of these tracks, you can hear, you know, sometimes John's vocals from the song Mind Games, different parts of that. We're playing like really slow. It's like slowed down and stretched out. It's hard to explain, but it's so cool. And then the frequencies, the stereo effect, it is like 3D, but it's just very cool. Yeah, the side 6 is the only side that I didn't. I checked out the tracks, the individual 9 tracks, but like I said, each of those tracks goes on forever. And really interesting though. It's like Tony said, it's kind of like the end of A Day in the Life, you know, with that little gibberish at the end that just never ends. And you know, I did get emotional listening to this, especially, like I said, that longest track, and a couple of other times. You just, all of a sudden you feel a tear. It's like, oh, this is getting to me. And you know, today is October 9th, and really thinking of John today, and of course Sean. And I think people, fans of John Lennon, the Beatles, you know, when anything new is put out like this, that's especially when it's really different. Of course, there's going to be people putting it down, complaining, saying it's a cash grab. But, you know, no one is forced to buy this. And it's keeping John's legacy alive. And I truly, you know, the big thing that I was thinking about last night when listening to this is how John would love this. And Paul McCartney, of course, he's, you know, into all of this too. But John would be, I think, so proud of Sean for what he's done with this. It is just, it's just very unique, and it worked. It worked for me, because like I was relaxed last night. I'm not relaxed now. And you know, I've got chronic pain. I wasn't thinking about my pain last night. It kind of drifted away. So I thank once again the Lennon estate for having me and other great YouTube channels part of this. I think we get these, you know, of course to promote them, but also I think the Lennon estate sees that we're real fans. We're not BSing about anything. I'm always honest with my reviews. The only negative, I might have said this earlier, you know, I've got a lot of, I recorded last night, but not sure how I'm going to edit this yet. I would say the only negative for me is the release, not knowing which, you know, you take out the vinyl record and, okay, which record is this, which side, and you got to look at the label. And at my age, my eyesight's kind of going. So, but I do, you know, I could read it, and in very, very small print it would say record, you know, record 2 or whatever it says, and then side A or B. I just wish it was much easier to read on the label or somewhere. That's my only complaint. The clear vinyl just looks so awesome, and when it's spinning, like Tony said on side 6, it almost looks like it's spinning both ways. It's kind of freaky. I really did enjoy this, and I'm going to be playing it again. I'll probably play this once a month or so, or more, when I am stressed, because it did really zone me out. And yeah. So like I said, if anyone is curious about this, what is this all about? Check out the other reviews. You can listen to a track or two on Spotify or other streaming services. And thank you once again to the Lennon estate. Sean, happy birthday. Thank you, Yoko. Thank you, Simon. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a great day. And please, people, if you live in the Florida area, get out of there and stay safe. Thank you.